Wan. I'm the General Coordinator of Asian Music Festival, Lin Huang. Then first, I would like to thank all the media friends for coming to this press conference. Let me introduce several VIPs to you. Tony Ong, Deputy Director General of Taipei Economic and Cultural Office in LA and Director of its Culture Center, Tony Ong. Then Ken Wu, the Chairman of 2019 Taiwanese American Heritage Week, Ken. And Simon Lin, the very important board member of Taiwan Center. And for Simon Lin, I'm so grateful to Simon Lin because the starting of the idea of Asian Music Festival is him. Okay, and the other one, Cliff Yan. He is the president of Edip Music Foundation. And I would like to ask Tony to say a few words.
Okay. Thank you, Lynn. I am really excited to be here for today's press conference. You know, Simon is actually the mother and father of Asian Music Festival 3 years ago. So in the past 3 years, we have been having such a great festival. In the first 2 years, it was the choir festival. And this year, it's become much smaller one, but it's very beautiful and powerful. So I've written some words, so I just read it because I think it's maybe good for the understanding of this music festival. Asian Music Festival is a cultural platform for Asian American musicians to perform and to exchange, by which we have seen a great variety of choir performances in the past 2 years. And this year we are very excited to see many outstanding musicians with classic and jazz programs, so exquisite and creative. I just can't wait to see the performance on June 1st, 2019. The festival is not only a great cultural feast, but also a platform to showcase the talents of Asian American musicians and culture. So I believe that through the event, we will not be able just to get together and create an integrated and harmonious multicultural community. So that signifies the value and real essence of Asian American Heritage Month, as well as Taiwanese American Heritage Week in this great community. So I'd like to thank the efforts made by Taiwan Center of the Great Los Angeles, especially Dr. Simon Lin and Mr. Ken Wu and Lin Huang and all the participating musicians. I'm here to ensure you our support, and we'll do our best to help. I look forward to seeing the performances and wish the event a great success. And I wish best wishes all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Simon, do you want to say some words?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to be here today. We really appreciate this year the in-charge person of Asian Music Festival is our beautiful MC, also the coordinator of this event today, Lin. And Taiwan Center would like to invite all the beautiful and handsome musicians coming to this press conference. This is maybe one of very few press conferences we conduct in English, because we mostly conduct in Taiwanese. But that's why make this so meaningful, because this is, I would say, the only international event of Taiwanese American Heritage Month has been made. Ken will explain a little bit about our Heritage Week, and we have a lot of activity. But this is only one. We have multiple nations get involved. So we are so very honored to have all 4 countries from Philippines, Japan, Korean, and of course our motherland, Taiwan, to get involved in this wonderful event. You may know that this event started 3 years ago with a choral performance. So at that time, it's a Taiwan, it's an Asian Choral Festival. That's the name 3 years ago. But this year we make a little bit change, and Lynn come up with this idea that we might change the style a little bit and make it more attractive, and we don't have to mobilize so many people. And last year we have to invite a group of over 60 or 80 from Taiwan to perform. That's a big task. So we try to make it more diversified, and also make it a little bit color to this Asian music festival. And I'm very looking forward to seeing the performance in July the 1st. I believe it's going to be a wonderful event, and thank you for your coming. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's have Ken to say several words.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming here. Our friends from Japan, Korea, Philippines, and of course our motherland, Taiwan. As part of the Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month, which is always held in May, Taiwanese American Heritage Week, which is a integral part of this Heritage Month, has always been there for the last 2 decades, and it's been very proud 2 decades. And Taiwanese Americans, we feel very, very accomplished for contributing to the United States in the mainstream society. And also, one of the biggest achievements we've done is we've been very friendly and also in a very constructive friendship with all other communities as well. And Asian Music Festival 2019 is one of the biggest evidence of how strong this friendship works. And music, as we all know, is a universal language, and it's something that everybody can appreciate. So we feel that this is an event where all communities, not just Asian Americans, but everybody should come and support. And with this kind of event, I hope in the future, it's not just going to be 4 nations, it will be 8 nations, it'll be even more, because this is, and hopefully we can do this for a whole month, and who doesn't like party for a whole month? So yeah, lastly, I just want to say thank you everybody for coming, and I can't wait, and I'm very excited about June 1st, 7:30. The ticketing's right there, $100 for VIP, $10 for general admission, but you can always get the ticketing information from Taiwan Center. So please, all media friends, let everybody know about this wonderful event. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Taiwan Center Foundation of Greater Los Angeles has been committed in promoting cultural exchange with various countries. In Asian Music Festival, the performance format of 2017 and 18 were chorus. The national representative teams invited to participate including Taiwan, Armenia, Japan, Korea, and Philippines. The festival has gotten a great response from all folks of life. This year, the festival will be on Saturday, June 1st, 7:30 p.m. at the Arcadia Community Church. The format of this concert will be instrumental ensemble. And we have successfully invited trios from 4 countries. They are from Japanese community, piano trio Sompo. From Korean community, OC Chamber Music Festival Ensemble. I'm sorry. Then from Filipino community, the Full-On Gentlemen of Jazz. And from Taiwanese community, Rhapsody Trio. Each performance team was selected from the top performers of their community. Now, let's have piano trio Sampo to introduce their ensemble and program.
Hello, everybody. I am very happy to be here today to introduce my team, Trio Sampo. Sampo meaning taking a walk or strolling. And we chose this name because when you are taking a walk, you will notice the little thing here and there that you normally don't really notice, and then you get inspired by that. So the members of Trio Sampo is me, Yuko Shina, I'm the pianist, and then two other members who is not here today, violin, Mie Oh, and then cello, Hana Lin. A little short biography for ourselves. I, Yuko Shina, I'm from Japan, and then I graduated from Tokyo College of Music there, and also after coming to the US, I went to Cal State Long Beach. Both I learned piano performance. And then other members, they are all graduated from Cal State Fullerton. Mie is from Japan, and then she also graduated from Osaka Music University with a master's degree in violin performance. And then Hannah, I'm not sure in Korea, she's actually from Korea, but we are the team Japan. Yes, so for the program, when you think of Japan, what do you think? Sushi or cherry blossoms? Yeah, sakura.
Yeah, sakura.
Yes. Or polite people, like, or clean bathrooms. Yeah. But how about the music? We have a very various style of music that kind of evolved and changed through histories. Let me read from my paper. So Japan is really good at actually adopting different cultures, such as from China or other Eastern countries. Japan has had often adopted the culture from different parts of the world. And the traditional instruments that we have in Japan are originally brought from the Far East countries. Yeah. And since then, the music has developed into somewhat unique and different styles, such as gagaku, which is the Japanese ancient imperial court music. So if you see here gagaku, you can tell this is very uniquely Japanese sound. Then in the late 19th century, the modernization happened, and many of the Japanese composers were able to study abroad or adopted the Western way of music making. So the music also had the influence from Western world. After the war, Japan shifted to focusing on an economical growth, and that helped enrich art and entertainment, where like animation films became a big part of Japanese culture. So when you think about Japan, maybe anime is the big thing now. Okay. So we Trio Sampo chose the pieces representing those three different pivotal points of the history. The first piece is Haru no Umi, or Spring Ocean, by Michio Miyagi. This is originally composed for the Japanese instruments koto, which is the 6 strings zither. It's called zither. And then also shakuhachi, which is the bamboo flute. So we as trio tried to mimic that instrument. So you will hear very Japanese sound. This piece depicts the peaceful life of the old days in Japan in the springtime. The second piece is called Akatombo, or Red Dragonfly. This is a folk song for children written by Kosaku Yamada, who studied in Berlin, Germany. He's considered as one of the pioneer composers of the early 20th century. And the last piece, Merry-Go-Round of Life, composed by Joe Hisaishi, is the main theme of the animation film in the early 21st century. So I'm hoping that each piece will give you an idea of the path that Japan walked through with music and how each of them has its own feeling and beauty. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one, OC Chamber Music Ensemble.
Hello, thank you for being here. I'm very happy to be able to speak to you. The OC Chamber Music Ensemble, we really do the we really play we really represent the diversity, some of the diversity of the Greater Los Angeles with our violinist, great violinist Yuan Kim, who couldn't be present today. And so she's from Korea, and she's been living in USA for really many years now. And Esther Lee, our great pianist, and so she's from Korea too. And she lived for many years in Germany, and now she lived in Los Angeles. And we have also another wonderful pianist, Sang Chang, who happens to be Esther's husband. And he's also from Korea, and he lived in Germany where they met. And now he lives also in Los Angeles. And I am Jasmina Spiegelberg, and I was born in Switzerland. I'm half French. I lived in the Netherlands and in Norway, and now I've been for a few years in Los Angeles. And as we work at an ensemble, is really this free format ensemble. So we play in various combinations, sometimes in duo. Like for example, Esther and Sang have been playing together for many years, like over 10 years, and they are a very successful duo. And also Yuan and Sang have just recently won they were second prize of the Boulder International Duo Competition, which is an amazing competition. So yeah, and myself, I have played with all of them in various combinations. So that's how we work, and really what unites us is really this huge passion for classical music. So we love really to play the pillars, so to speak, pillar composers of classical music, and we also really love to play works by living composers. And of course, on June 1st in the festival, it will be really special and exciting project for us to be able to play an arrangement of Arirang, the traditional Korean folk song that Esther will present to you. And it is very special because it's very rare that it's being arranged for that type of instrumentation. And of course, for me, who is not familiar with Korean traditional song and music, it is a great honor to be able to be initiated to it by Esther and Yuan. So yeah, we are really looking forward. And now Esther will just present to you more about the song. Thank you.
Thank you. We're very honored to be here. I will explain about our song, which is Arirang. Arirang Fantasy was composed in 2018 by Korean pianist and composer Young-min Choi. Arirang is a Korean traditional folk song that it is estimated the song is more than 600 years old. And there are about 3,600 variation of 60 different versions. And also, Arirang is included on the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List since 2012. According to the legend, the name is derived from the story of a bachelor and a maiden who fell in love while picking the camellia blossom near the wharf of the Aoraji. There are two versions of this story. The first one, the bachelor cannot cross the Aoraji to meet the maiden because the water is too high. And so they sing a song to express their sorrow. And the second version, the bachelor attempts to cross the Aoraji and drown, singing the sorrowful song after he dies. Because of the fact that the lyric of Arirang is very important, and it is not often played with the Western instruments. However, the special color and they can create with the unique instrumentation will express feeling every line of the lyric. And this piece has 5 different sections, and each captures a different emotion and the characters of Arirang. And we hope you enjoy on June 1st concert. Thank you.
Thank you. The next one is Your Own Gentleman of Jazz. There.
Well, good morning to everyone. I'm so honored to be here. What a great pleasure to be in this great selections of different artists around the world, especially in Asia. And I praise God for all of you guys, and congratulations for your 3rd year of doing this for our great community here in LA. Gentlemen of Jazz, we have been together for the last 15 years. Basically, we have a jazz group that usually bring in like a jazz quartet, but when I spoke to Lynn, and she asked me to just make it simple and we don't have to have a big setup and stuff like that. And I told her, yes, we can definitely put something like that together. And I'm so honored that we're going to be playing with one of the best pianists in our community, and his name is Tateng Katindig. And Tateng is, we consider him as the pianist, as the living jazz legend of our country, because he plays with everybody, all the way down from Lou Rawls to Dave Koz right now. And he couldn't be here with us because he's actually in Palm Springs right now. He's doing some jazz festivals there right now. And he graduated from UP, University of the Philippines, as a jazz major. And I worked with him. We worked together, I don't know, we did maybe like 8 albums together. And what a pleasure and honor just to be with him side by side. And the next one is, could not be more prouder than this guy. His name is Bob Schroeder, and he is a flute player. He also graduated from University of the Philippines. He is a professional flute player, and he is the one who founded the Filipino-American Symphony Orchestra, and he's actually a conductor. And when Lynn asked me to bring in, the best of the best, and the only thing I can think of is, of course, our maestro, and we're so honored to be here. And with me, my name is Nair De Leon. I play the saxophone, and I am a music evangelist. I'm a record producer, and I went to Berklee College of Music in Boston, and I got saved in year 2000, and since then I have been playing for the Lord for the last 19 years and still doing secular gigs and stuff like that, work in Vegas. And what a great honor to just work in different kind of genre. And I just wanted to let you know that we have great music for you guys. And the first one who's going to be coming up for our selection is Tateng Katindig. He just released his album last year, and the title of his song is Remembering Remy. This is he wrote this for his mom, and it's going to be a duet between me and him. And you know how time flies, that tomorrow is not a promise to anyone, you know. And he just realized that he didn't have enough time to spend time with his mom. And when everything is gone, he just pour out his heart in this music. And when you hear this music on June 1st, you will hear so much emotion that's coming up from that melody, and I hope that you guys would like it. And the second song is The Trouble with Hello is Goodbye, is made famous by Sergio Mendes. And the reason why I picked this song, it's because when I was growing up in the Philippines, my grandfather would play some music, some old jazz music, some classical, and he would play this song, and I always hear it when I was young. And when I got here in America, my dad would ask me, hey, do you remember when your lolo, meaning grandfather, would play this song? Why don't you record this for him? So, and that is the reason why I recorded the song. It's because this is one of his favorite. And to let you guys know that my grandfather is the one who taught me how to play saxophone when I was 8 years old. My grandfather played in Manila Symphony Orchestra for 40 years. Yes. Yes, and I started playing classical music, and then I shifted to jazz, and it's been great. And the third one is Ikaw, meaning you. You are given by the Lord to all the prayers that I've been praying. It's being played most of the time on the wedding. It's more modern music, but the melody is so beautiful, and it made famous for the last 15 years that every time they have weddings, if you want to get hired to do gigs on the wedding, you got to know this song. You know what I mean? So, but we're so honored that a flute player can play this kind of music, and it's just so mesmerizing. And the very last tune that we're gonna play some bossa nova for you guys. And you know, this is written by Spyro Gyra, Shaker song, and it's a jazz fusion. We're gonna put a little bit of groove on in there, and where everybody can just enjoy the fellowship and the evening with high notes. And I just look forward and so honored, and I wanted to say thank you, Lord, for your community, and thank you, Lynn, for calling me Cliff, and everybody in this table and all the artists. Great pleasure to be with you guys, and I look forward having fun with you guys on June 1st. God bless you.
Thank you. And the last one, Rhapsody Trio. Then we have a very special person to introduce Rhapsody Trio.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Cliff Yang. I'm an agent of Rhapsody Trio. I handle most of their business. And they say this is my business. So I'm here. Rhapsody Trio started in the year of 2003. It consists of violinist Yvonne Wang. She is the chairperson of Olympia Music Festival and concertmaster of the Elite Festival Orchestra. Clarinist Jane Chen. She is chairperson of Rhapsody Young Pianist Composition and the president of Rhapsody Education. And the third member is composer and pianist Lin Huang. He's also our general coordinator. Lin Huang's composition has been highly praised by a music critic of Asian journal, Prosy Abaquez de la Cruz. Quote, "It was a bold display of harmony and disharmony, skillfully integrated, sometimes reminding this writer of Bartok. Together, they have published 2 albums. The 3rd album is in the making. It can be published by the end of this year. In 2016, Rhapsody Trio won the Grand Prix, the highest honor for chamber ensemble at the 8th Renaissance International Contest Festival of the Musician Performers in the Armenian Republic. Rhapsody Trio will perform 4 pieces of music in this concert. They are all composed or arranged by Lin Huang for trio. One of the highlights of her arrangement is skillfully combine two melodies into one. 2 pieces of music for this concert are in this category. I Love Mama was a combination of I Love Mama and Lullaby by late Taiwanese composer Professor Lu Quansheng. Another piece named Oh My God was a combination of The Flight of Bumblebee by Rimsky-Korsakov and The Dark Sky, a Taiwanese folk song, Tin O O. The 3rd piece, Tao Hua on the Ferry, is also arranged from a Taiwanese folk song. Lin Huang uses many live rhythms similar to the contemporary rhythm used by the late American composer and conductor Leonard Bernstein. In 2015, the theme of the 7th Renaissance International Music Competition in Armenian Republic was set to 100th anniversary memorial of Armenian massacre by Turk. It just happened that Lin has previously composed a trio music in memorial of Taiwanese massacre by Chinese KMT regime. She decided to submit that piece of music to enroll in the composition competition. She wishes to share with other countries regarding the February 28, 1947 incident. To her surprise, she won the first prize, gold medal. She was the first Taiwanese composer to have won this award. The name of the music is Awake. Rhapsody Trio will be using this piece, Awake, to complete their performance in the concert. That's all I got.
Thank you. And now is the time for Q&A. Any questions? Yes.
I'm very curious and interested in the Filipino jazz. Is that kind of a native Filipino music or influenced by American or Spanish, since Philippines occupied by Japanese and Spanish and American, especially jazz is from America.
Yes.
So can you answer me this question?
Yes. Usually, when we play with my jazz quartet, we play a lot of swing. We play some bebop and also some straight ahead music. But since that we are going to change the setting, we will play a lot of westernized, but with a twist of a lot of jazz thing going on in it. The idioms will be on the music. It's going to be very romantic, but the jazz connection will be in it also. And it's going to be great. We will hear a lot of great melodies and a lot of improvisation.
Thank you.
Any else?
So this year, no any cross.
No. All instrumental ensemble. And we are all trios.
Yeah,
And
what's
then-
the reason?
Because we need to change the style, try the new style.
Okay.
Mhm.
We have so many great musicians. They have to come out and we want to enjoy it.
Yeah, in the past when we do Asian Choral Festival, it sort of limits our scope to just choir. But obviously every country, every nation have their own cultural, have their own strengths and weaknesses. And certain countries, they feel that they can present better with different type of music. So in order for us, for our future generation, can do this even much better than we are doing right now, which not mean this event, this event so far is the best we have. Yeah, but in the future, we want to expand the scope, just so every country, every nation can present their best in this particular kind of event. And we hope that's going to be the direction the future generation is going to be developing to.
The music from Japan and Korean, some we are very familiar, like Akatombo and Korean.
Arirang.
So it is
Very famous.
international.
When the Japan says sample, I thought she's speaking Taiwanese.
Oh, really?
Sample in Taiwanese is also the same. Sound exact the same. Sample. Exactly. It's so interesting.
Sample is the same thing. Oh, in
Oh,
Korean too.
Korean sample too. See, yeah, we belong to the same same universe. Very interesting. Sample too in Korean.
Good.